Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 of the Blitzball Banter podcast. Hanging out with my boy Colt, who was the captain of the Gladewater ski team. What year was that, Colt?
96.
1996. For you youngsters out there, y'all probably weren't even born yet in 96. So, anyway, Colt in his project garage. We got a lot of stuff going on in there. Tonight we got some attic stuff. Looks like we got some vehicle maintenance going on.
Yeah, I figure wheels off interview, perfect setup.
Yes, that would be a good metaphor. I guess is that what that's called, a metaphor.
Yes.
So what's been going on, Colt? I hadn't talked to you in a week.
I've been thinking about this Blitzball deal quite a bit. Watching some of those old games out there. I'm excited to play. I've been getting hit up on the side too. I think I'm gonna be a pretty hot draft pick. So
Yeah.
league better watch out because it's gonna be exciting.
Unfortunately, I don't think you'll make it to the Rutten Bucks pick in the 5 spot. You'll probably be gone long before that. So
I'm a top prospect, man.
yeah, definitely in the Diamond S pipeline on the prospects. So tonight we have the opportunity to talk to Heath Miller. He is the player coach of the Trash Pandas. So we're gonna get him
Now,
on here.
Is this White Oaks Heath Miller or Gladewaters Heath Miller?
This is gonna be White Oak, class of 2007. No, I'm sorry, class of 2008.
Ooh.
He's a little bit of a young guy. But Heath actually was on our leaderboard for the strikeouts this year. And he had his Trash Pandas in the 2 seed. They finished second this season. So we're going to bring him on here, and he might be a little salty because the old Rutten Bucks put the Trash Pandas out in the World Series. So it might be too soon if we bring it up, but we'll find out.
They should have played better.
And talk to him about throwing strikes because he's an anti-walk guy. So he's just setting it up for the Trash Pandas not to take any walks next season. I mean, that's what I'm getting out of it. So anyway, all right, we're gonna bring Heath on, the manager, player, pitcher of the Trash Pandas. We're gonna get him on here. There he is, Heath Miller, everybody. Class of 2008 in White Oak, not the Gladewater Heath Miller. Heath, appreciate you being on the Blitzball Banner podcast with me and Colt. Colt's ready to go with the next season and all that good stuff. So we're going to kind of talk to you about your season and the Trash Panda season and the outlook going forward on what you are looking for next season and things like that. So I'm going to pull up a few stats here. So the Trash Pandas finished second in the regular season with a 5-3 record. Heath was
That's a pretty good record for the season.
Yeah, eight games, 5-3. They got the 2 seed going into the World Series. So Heath, just talk about the season in general. And what you felt about the league and all that good stuff.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. No, it's a really fun season. I thought it was going to be a lot easier when we started, and you realize you're not as good as you thought you were when you got out there on that blitzball field.
What is that
It's a
song?
lot more difficult than I thought it was.
Colt had that song. What is it? I'm not as good as I once was.
I ain't as good as I once was.
But
it's Toby Keith, baby. I ain't as good as I once was.
That's it. Sorry, go ahead, Heath. I had to throw that in there.
No, thanks for that. No, I mean, it's true, though. I mean, I was really excited to get out there. I got out there and warmed up at first, and I was like, man, this can't be that hard. Which, of course, pitching's probably the most fun part of it to me. But when you get up there and face other pitchers, I mean, it is way harder than it looks. All I'm thinking of is when I was a kid, this is like backyard wiffle ball. Just get out there and smash it over the fence, and no, it's complete opposite. I mean, it is very difficult. But as time went on, we started hitting the ball more, and I think a few of us were rusty starting out. We had Matt Sanford and Riley Toller, they were pretty consistent with their hits all year. They started right out from the gate. I mean, our first game was so rough hitting. I think Toller was the only one that got a hit the whole game.
I think he had all six of y'all's hits that game. Six for six on the hitting for him.
So, is it true that he uses steroids?
I think there's a possibility.
So are we gonna actually have to get a drug test going on out here at the Diamonds ballpark, or are y'all saying there's some kind of issue here, or what?
It could be PEDs. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, the dude is yoked, and when you see him hit a ball, I mean, it leaves the field in probably half a second.
Yeah, he's a big dude for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, Heath finished the season with 54 strikeouts. Heath and Toller,
Like pitching or batting?
Could be both.
you know, it really could. Honestly, yeah, there was a lot of strikeouts on both sides at the plate and on the mound for everybody, really.
I think Blake Williams still led the league in strikeouts, didn't he? Like at home plate, swinging and missing.
He's talking about pitching. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. I need to pull out the books and check it out. Blake learned pretty quick, like everybody else, that it was not just an easy backyard deal. Guys getting up there shoving 85. It's hard to hit, especially with the movement. So Heath finished third in strikeouts. He had 54 strikeouts, 2 behind Austin Attaway, and of course Blake Ware, who's in the we're up in the 80s and all that good stuff. But finished third on strikeouts. Heath was pretty difficult to hit. He had a lot of junk. He was a guy that wouldn't overpower you, but he would throw the junk and throw the curveballs and the knuckleballs, and then he'd throw the fastball, and it looked like it was 110 after he was throwing all the junk. So that dude, he had the most junk and the most wide variety of pitches, I think, of any pitcher.
so what's your go-to pitch? What's your favorite pitch?
This is scouting. He's scouting you right now, Heath. You know that, right?
I don't know if I should say.
Well, I might end up on his team, so
You could.
Hell, probably the knuckle curve. That's probably my go-to right now.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. It dances a little bit and it drops. So definitely a good pitch. So Heath was of course him and Toller with the 1-2 punch, man. They were hard to hit. I mean, Heath had the junk, Toller had the power and the velocity and literally I think Toller had 19 strikeouts in one game, and then after that, literally the pocket radar come out. And we actually had to start having some mile-an-hour thresholds, and that was just a pitching duel when we played y'all with Mikey Wilson on our side and Toller on y'all's side. So that was an intense game.
So, are you saying that both of your teams were stacked?
Well, I would say, I don't know, what pick did y'all have, Heath, in the draft?
I think I had number 2 pick, I think.
Second
So,
pick.
what were you looking for in players when you were picking them? What were you thinking when you were drafting?
First off,
Or yes, getting
before you start, the first pick on his is a sour subject, so let's go past that.
Why? What happened there?
His first pick showed up to a game, played in the game, and he didn't show back up. So Heath had his back against the wall, unfortunately, with his first.
Did he pick Colin Bradley?
No, he was not. He was not the first pick. We're not going to name the player, but Heath and the Trash Pandas scratched, man. So anyway, sorry, Heath. Go back to that. What we were talking about.
well, when it comes to the draft, it's kind of hard in a draft like this. You don't really know everybody. Probably half, maybe a little more than half. I didn't know everybody, and my first pick was someone I grew up with playing ball. Nathan also grew up with him, and really good ball player. He just couldn't find the time to be there. Unfortunate situation, but
It was
I
Derek.
turned around and no.
Keep going.
my
sorry.
next my next pick was Toller though, and I didn't really know Toller either. I'd heard a lot of good stuff about him, but one of the other coaches was just bragging nonstop about him and wanted him. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab him then.
And you broke his
Is
heart.
that Chad?
Yes, he broke Chad's heart.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I did. I broke his heart.
He's a woman.
Chad legit was trying to make trades in the middle of the draft just to get his boy back.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good for you, Heath. Good for you.
He's actually still trying to make that trade.
He is actually still. He's just making Chad. Chad legit is just making up his own trades and said, "All right, everybody good. All right, sounds good. He's on my team now." And it's just like, what are you talking about, Chad? He's like he's living in a dream world right now. So anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I ended up pretty good squad. One of my other picks, Blake Self, grew up playing ball with him. He was our big guy. We had several nicknames for him when we were little. We'd call him the Fridge, and I mean, just big old guy that'd get up there and just yank him over the fence. And he's starting to come around slowly, but as I want to say that he had 3 or 4 home runs this year,
Yeah.
which isn't far from the top. And then my other pick was Matt Sanford, and Sanford, Golden Glove winner this year.
Sure.
He was a vacuum out there in the outfield. If it was going out there, doesn't matter where at in the outfield, he's going to be there and catch it. But he was also a great contact hitter, and probably the most consistent contact hitter we had this year.
And
then
power.
every once in a while, he'd pop a dinger out.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of dingers, Heath's team, I believe, led the league in home runs. Talking about Blake Bearcat Pancreas Self, Riley Toller, and Matt Sanford all went yard 3 times. They were on the leaderboard for the season as a team. Heath also went deep, I believe, once. And so, yeah, they led the team. They led the league, I believe, or tied for the league lead in home runs. So, honestly, looking at who all's coming back and looking at where they're at in the draft and stuff, it wouldn't surprise me that the Pandas and the Goons this year, they're basically just reloading. They're having everybody back. Pretty much the War Dogs, the Bucks, and the Kings are going to have brand new teams. I mean, besides 1 or 2 or 3 guys trying to look for a couple key pieces, but the Pandas and the Goons are only going to have to pick up 1 guy, so they're going to have pretty much the whole squad coming back. So I would definitely give them the edge going into the spring season. So
do you think your background in baseball helped you hitting, or do you think that it's a completely different swing in blitz?
And we were actually out at the field yesterday talking about this and trying different swings out. It's kind of hard to say because I guess we're so much older now. I mean, I'm 33. I haven't swung a baseball bat since I was probably 18. And, it's been softball bats ever since. And my swing's completely different in slow pitch softball. So when I got there and played baseball, really it's the eye coordination. The ball's coming in so fast. And especially before we got the radar, you face someone like Blake Ware, Mikey. I mean, you had even Chad, you had some fast pitching in there and you can't even react to it. So it's kind of hard to really even get a swing down. You're just thinking, what is the quickest way to get my bat down to the ball?
yeah, throw the velo in plus the stupid movement that those balls do, and it takes pretty much like I told Blake Self the other day, man, just swing as hard as you can, close your eyes, and just try to get lucky sometimes, and that's kind of how your approach has to be.
It sounds like that's probably key, and then because it seems like this ball is going to move and it may hit you in the face if you're not paying attention. So
we did have some headshots.
There was a lot of face shots, a lot of them this year.
A lot of facials. Yes. On that deal. But no, I mean, there was some, like, you'd see some guys that had beautiful swings. Blake Williams, for example, beautiful swings. Then you have guys that are like literally tomahawk. And it's just like the guys that are tomahawking the ball are just like sticking the bat out there or getting on base and hitting bombs. And so for me as a hitter, you just pretty much cut your swing down and just try to make contact and let the pitcher do all the work on the velo, and you just got to run into one. So anyway,
I mean, really, I had faced, of course, several different pitchers this year. The one home run I had was off by far the best pitcher in the league that threw the hardest, and I seemed to struggle with everyone except for when I faced him. I seemed like I did a little bit better, but I changed my swing. I wasn't trying to kill the ball or anything like that. And the home run I hit, it was almost like a check swing. I mean, I saw it go way up there. It's like crazy how it works out there. And when people are throwing those, especially like the two seams, they're either going to break the opposite way, like a whole 2 feet or more, or they're going to rise. And you just don't know what the ball's going to do, especially with someone that has a bunch of different pitches.
yeah, no,
Well, they say even a blind squirrel can find a nut, so I'm looking forward to this.
you want
I got a chance,
So
Nathan.
you're saying you're blind and you want to find a nut?
Well, I'm saying that I can't be as bad as Blake because he only got 2 hits all season, so can't be that bad.
I like Blake Williams. He's a good dude. Quit busting him up on me. Anyway, hey, no, I would say, with the Trash Pandas, man, just overall, they're a salty team. They're going to be hard to beat every time they come out there with Miller and Toller on the mound. Self, if he comes around and starts, getting away from a Joey Gallo and Chris Davis type guy, where it's a bomb or a K. You get him out, get him out of that deal, and you throw in a Matt Sanford who's a smaller guy but hits the ball out of the ballpark. He gets on base all the time. He makes good contact. The Pandas are going to be for real, and they're going to be for real for a few seasons now. I would say, for the future. So definitely a team to be on the lookout for.
So what's your least favorite rule in Blitz?
I think we did away with his least favorite rule, which was the lob rule. But go ahead, Heath. You can answer.
I mean, you are right about that rule. I don't know that there's any kind of rules that I really don't like anymore. I mean, it's pretty straight to the point. I mean, it's just go out there, play, and have fun.
I'll tell you one rule Heath doesn't like. He doesn't like the walk rule. And I know that's a sore subject for old Heath.
Do you want to expand on that? Because you're laughing. I don't know this story. What's up?
This is going to be good. I don't know if we have enough time on the Zoom meeting for this, but I'll give him a little bit of airtime. Let's hear it.
It's all coming from a joke from the World Series. So we played Skeen's team twice in the season and beat them both times.
All right, first off, go to the scores of those 2 games. It was like a 2-1 and a 1-0 or something like that.
A win is a win. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 or 12.
That's true, but
it's
not.
Saying.
It wasn't a blowout. But go ahead.
Well, very limited hits on both sides in both games. I mean, it's kind of just a really good pitching duel in both games. The first game Toller pitched. The second game I pitched. We got them both times, and then we had to play them in our first game of the World Series, and neither one of us, could hit the broadside of a barn. I mean, we struggled. The pitching wasn't there. I think we had a rainout game, so we played in the gym on a flat surface. And when you go in the gym, flat surface, I felt like I was Greg Maddux in there.
He was dominating. No wind, no nothing. It was just like he was spotting up, locating like crazy.
And I watched Attaway the game before. He was all over it too. I mean, made it seem a lot easier. So you get the big head going, and you go out there, get back on the field, up on the hill, and got the wind going and everything. And we just couldn't find it. And there was, needless to say, there was a lot of walks that game.
Yeah, our leadoff hitter walked 6 times, Colt. But what's that old saying?
Because the pitching was terrible, or because the batter couldn't hit and refused to swing the bat?
There was probably a little bit of both on on our team on that part. Now there was no like, hey, just sit up there and take a pitch. You
So
got.
is this like the end of a softball game frustration level where people are just walking because they don't want to swing type deal, trying to burn a clock?
No, I don't think so on that deal. It was just
I don't know. I think that was their plan.
Heath has it in for us. So yeah, speaking of that game, y'all go in as the 2 seed, and y'all got to play the Rutten Bucks, the first game of the World Series, and like you said, it just kind of didn't work out on the mound for the Trash Pandas and the Bucks. I mean, we scored 9 runs in like 5 games or 4 or 6 games, whatever it was, after we scored 30 runs the first week, and literally I guess we just came alive. I mean, it was just kind of we scored 11 runs back-to-back games that day, and so it just kind of clicked again. But
I
yeah,
think they call that the rope-a-dope, where you get everybody thinking you're not good.
Strategy.
Yeah.
On
But
paper,
just for clarity, Heath, Nathan knew everybody playing in the league, so he knew exactly who to draft on
now
his team. So
Yeah,
First
it did
off-
seem a little rigged.
first off,
Mhm. Mhm.
I know everybody, and I won't know everybody this time. And I don't think
I'm equal opportunity here.
I think I maybe know what 3, 4 of the 5 or 8 guys that are signed up for the spring. I don't know some of your guys that you got, Heath, that you recruited. But nevertheless, I had the 4th pick, so everybody.
Yeah, but snake draft, you get back to back.
Well, that is true, but we're not snake drafting on the free agents this time, so it's going to be like a full like actual MLB NFL all the way through. So, Heath, what? One more question. What kind of player are you looking for in this draft? You're going to have the second. I mean, yeah, you're going to have the second pick. Finishing 2 seed, you're going to have the second pick. So literally, you're just going to get to just basically strengthen your team automatically. What are you looking for? You look. Oh, here we go. Here's the flex. What are you looking for? Are you looking for another pitcher? Are you looking for a hitter? Are you looking for somebody to take the pancreas spot in right field so we don't lose any fly balls that drop in that ruins your no hitter? Sorry, Blake. Whenever you watch this, anyway, what are you looking for?
Yeah, I did. He did run that no hitter that game for me.
It's all right. We'll forget it.
I'll blame him and Chad White for that one.
Yeah, Chad hit it, and Blake took the Explorer Magellan route to try to get to the ball, and unfortunately, the ball fell to the grass, being untouched, being a hit. So, but your draft coming up here next week. What are you looking for?
Probably multi-dimensional player that maybe not so much power, but contact.
Better put those
Someone
guns. He don't want power. He said.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, did you know, Heath, that I'm the all-time leading hit guy for catchers in White Oak history? Didn't know that, did you? It's an interesting fact.
no, I feel like there's a catch to this.
Yeah,
No,
I only played summer ball with them. That's it.
The catch.
Yep.
They were so desperate they had to scrape a Gladewater bear over here to
It's bad.
roughneck country.
Chad White sat on the bench while I played.
Ooh, shots fired. Anyway, so going back, you're looking for a multi-dimensional contact guy.
So someone that sees the ball very well and is always going to put the bat to it, no matter where it goes. But
Hold
also that person
sees the ball, put the bat. All right, go ahead. I was just trying to put it together.
Just an all-around contact hitter, but that person also be able to kind of like a Sanford in the outfield. They cover good ground, and they see the ball good out there. That's kind of, I think we're missing that piece in both areas. And I think as the season went on, I started becoming a fairly good contact hitter. There was a lot of either singles or they were throwing me out, less strikeouts, and that was my goal. But we've got everyone's coming around with contact a little bit. I think Self will get there. Toller, I mean, Toller's just Toller. He gets a piece on it, and the ball's going to leave the park immediately. But I think that'll complete our team. I don't think we have an issue with pitching because we have me and Toller both, and then Sanford actually is getting fairly decent at pitching as well.
Yeah. He has definitely a third arm for y'all if needed, top deal. If one of y'all's missing or something like that. So, well, cool, man. Well, I know I said last question. A couple more questions. Who was the team you hated facing the most, and who was the hitter you hated facing the most?
Team I hated facing the most, probably the Goon Squad. Something about those guys, man. I feel like we matched up very easily with those guys, and first game of the season they just inched by us, and then I don't know, we just couldn't get past those guys. I think that's the only team that we did not beat at least once all season.
They're going to be good.
They beat us. Yeah, and I think I don't know that we played them after the radar change or not when we brought the radar in. I know the first time we played them, LaFleur just killed us on the mound. I mean, that dude was gassing them in there, and they were dropping off the table as soon as they got to the plate. That's probably the team I hated facing the most. And then batters, that's going to be probably between you and Chad.
Don't say Chad, damn it. Take that back.
MVP, man.
Man, I give Chad someone I pick on nonstop. But I mean, on a real note, I mean he's one of the most consistent hitters I saw in the whole league this year. It was almost automatic, and maybe there's a benefit to mostly all right-handed pitchers, and he's a lefty batter. But yeah, I mean he hit the ball. It seemed like every time I looked up, Chad was hitting the ball again. And
That's so weird
I mean,
because in high school he only hit like 187. He was terrible.
Now he's at like 197. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you just throw the bat out there and Chad. He gets all that curve, all those right-handed curveballs coming into him. So,
Golly.
Yeah,
but I really didn't have anyone that really had my number on the yard ball except for you, Skeen. I think that led to my decline in the World Series game. We were kind of hanging in there after the first inning, and then I think it was the second inning. I think I tried to pitch a little submarine sinker to you, and it sunk right into your bat, and it went flying over that fence. And I was down in the dumps after that.
with that one and the gym ball, in the 2 weeks, before that. So, no, Heath had my number pretty good, but every now and then I'd get lucky and run into one. But I think he struck me out like 5 times that gym ball game, but I got him once. So got to get lucky every now and then, I guess. So, well, cool, man. Well, hey, Heath, appreciate you coming on, dude. And looking forward to seeing you here in a few weeks out here at the ballpark. Unfortunately, it's underwater right now with all the rain we're getting. It's bad. I'll send you a picture after this. Man, no, hey, good luck to the Trash Pandas. I think actually the Rutten Bucks are going to be opening with the Trash Pandas, so we're going to have a little World Series rematch opening weekend.
There you go.
I think just glance
like it.
So we'll get it out there, and I'm going to make sure that the Trash Pandas, they're not allowed to walk; they have to swing.
Now, what about the Bucks?
Well, we're going to talk about. Don't worry about the Bucks. We'll worry about our own team too. So anyway, hey Heath, man, appreciate you. Hey, appreciate you taking the reins and being a coach and stepping up for us. And we will. I guess we'll see you probably Monday night for the draft. So do your homework.
Yeah, for sure.
Choose wisely. Choose wisely.
That's right. The Diamond S Combine. Colt, you already missed the tryout, dude. In the Combine, so you're probably going to get all bad scores. So
that's okay.
Yeah, he's the sleeper pick. Gladewater ski team. So anyway, all right, Heath. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all having me.
Be good. We'll see you.
Thanks, dude.
All right. Later.
All right, Colt. What do you think about all that?
He was good.
Yeah.
I was nice.
Yeah, you were nice. I was pleasantly surprised that you were nice on that.
Had a couple good questions in there.
Well, Heath's the guy that's going to go out there and he's going to compete, and he's going to be a hard guy to hit. If you're not on his team, you're going to find out pretty quick all the junk that he throws.
Well,
pretty effective.
Watch out! I may knock him off the mound.
You could. Are you saying the middle's open?
The middle will be open.
The middle's open. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah.
Colt Edwards, the middle's open. He's coming for you pitchers in the league. So anyway, well, cool, Colt. Well, hey, man. I guess we'll see you. See you next week.
It'll be good. Let me know who picks me up.
Stay safe and stay out of jail.
No.
No. All right, man. We'll see you next time. See y'all. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Be safe.